Chairman. At the outset, on behalf of the Malaysian delegation, I wish to extend our warmest congratulations to you on your appointment as the chairperson of the Second Committee for the 72nd session of the General Assembly. I wish to also extend our congratulations to the other members of the Bureau. My delegation associates itself with the statement by Ecuador on behalf of the G77 in China and Philippines on behalf of ASEAN. Mr. Chairman, last year was a remarkable year for the organization, particularly as we continue our joint efforts and focus towards the implementation of the 2030 Agenda. This includes several high-level meetings and events held, such as the Habitat 3 in Quito, the UN Ocean Conference, and the PGA's SDG Actions event. It is our strong belief that the beginning of this session would provide the precursor to a more productive and challenging process ahead. We note that in July this year, the Secretary General had launched the process of repositioning of the UN development system. In principle, we are supportive of the idea. Malaysia is also of the view that the outcome of the process should reflect member states' ownership in the overall development agenda efforts. Malaysia also echoes the view that the operational activities for the development of the UN development system should take into account the need to build, promote, and strengthen the capacity of developing countries in their efforts to address long-term sustainable developments at the national level. Mr. Chairman, the Agenda 2030 fortifies our deep resolve to aggressively undertake inclusive and comprehensive sustainable development solutions. This is self-evident as the SDG principles are also entrenched in every facet of our national development carried out under the 11th Malaysia Development Plan. Therefore, I wish to share 5 concrete steps taken by Malaysia in our implementation of the 17 SDGs at the national level. First and foremost, we establish a multi-stakeholder participatory governance structure spearheaded by the National SDG Council, chaired by our Prime Minister. This is followed by the National SDG symposiums and forums to promote participation of stakeholders. Thirdly, Malaysia has conducted studies on data readiness and gap analysis. Malaysia has also undertaken a mapping exercise involving non-governmental civil society organizations and the private sectors to align SDGs with the 11th Malaysia Plan initiatives. And finally, we have formulated a national SDG roadmap to guide the implementation of the SDG and Agenda 2030. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, in July this year, Malaysia joined several member states and presented our Voluntary National Review, VNR, at the High-Level Political Forum on SDGs. The VNR provided an overview of the actions and measures taken by Malaysia to advance the implementations of the SDGs, which also reflects our continued commitments to achieve 2030 Agenda. The government of Malaysia strives to ensure that each and every Malaysian has an equitable share in the prosperity and wealth of the country, and that no one will be left behind. Let me conclude, Mr. Chairman, by assuring you of Malaysia's continued support and commitment for the successful outcome of the Second Committee's work. I thank you.
Thank you very much. And the last speaker of the